So, after a lot of requests of people asking me to update my custom GPT for writing non-e-commerce content, that's exactly what I am doing in this video. I spent a few hours making this thing as good as possible, and I'm not messing around. It is pretty in-depth, and it does do a lot of different things. However, the main thing that it does is that, well, let's just run through it. So you can click these two now. This is one of the updates. It's not a very big update. Also, another update is I've added code interpreter and I've added example1.txt, which is an e-commerce article, but it's an informational e-commerce article. So it's just like a piece of my real writing that gives shape to articles and shows ChatGPT how to format articles, etc., etc. Now, it doesn't have any actions because I still don't really fully understand the actions, but I don't really think they're necessary anyway. So you can still just type hello or /start or whatever you want, but you can also just press let's get started, or you can press hello. And ChatGPT will ask you for a couple of things. First thing is, which website am I writing for? So I will tell it I'm writing for twomen.it, and it will then use Bing to get a basic understanding of your business, of your website, whatever it might be. It's a niche affiliate website, whatever. Now, I'm using Two Men just as an example, just because I don't really have that many websites to use as an example. But you can very easily just take what I'm doing and apply it to your informational business. Because all you need to ensure is that you have internal links to your main pillar pages and that you're writing an informational piece of content. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. Now, one thing it does do, which is kind of annoying, is after it's done the research, and you can see the research is really, really in detail. This is really, really good to see. Like, that's super, super high quality research by Bing or by ChatGPT. You can just say good if there's no question at the end, okay? So if it gets stuck and it doesn't give you the next question, just say good. Or, you can probably say anything here. And then it will jog its memory and it will remind it that we have to, write about a keyword. So I'll just say smart casual attire for men. Again, this is a very informational article. If you have a general fashion blog, you have just as much right to write about smart casual attire for men as I do with an e-commerce business. It's the same keyword, it's the same article. It's just inside the article, you will put your pillar pages, whereas I will put my brands, the brands that we sell. So now this will do some hopefully fairly in-depth research. So you can see it's gone to 2 different websites already. The idea here is that it will go to 5 websites. So we'll see if it actually does, or if ChatGPT just completely ignores my instructions as it normally does. So it has only searched 2 articles. However, it does seem to have a good idea here. It's less formal than business casual, but more polished than simple casual wear. Ideal pieces might include a blazer, a shirt, neat jeans, and leather shoes. Dark colored jeans, chinos, or casual dress pants are also common. So you can see how this would be a really good article for an affiliate blog post informational website as well as an e-commerce website. So Fashion Beans is probably exactly that. They probably don't actually sell their own products. I'm pretty sure they're just an affiliate website. Yeah, they're like an affiliate niche store and website, basically. So this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. These guys are ranking for smart casual for men. So all you have to do is just take this GPT, this custom GPT, and write informational content, okay? And this is a really, really nice summary of the content right here. But again, it's got stuck, even though I've specifically told it, always make sure that you end each generation with the next question. But obviously, it doesn't like to do things perfectly. Now, this is the cool thing that I have also added to this GPT. If you go to your website and if you right click and if you save it and then make sure that after everything there's .html, this isn't going to work, so I already have one. There we go. I just changed it a little bit. And then you can see here it says, now please right click, download your homepage and save it as .html and upload it here. Now, if you don't have all of your important pages in your header or in your footer or whatever, this isn't going to work. So what you should do instead is have a page with all of your important pages on, or you can maybe skip this part if you don't. But it's common wisdom to have all your important pages in the header anyway. So there are a lot of links here. So all you do is you right click, save it as an HTML, and then we can attach it. So we'll attach it right here and say, here is my homepage file. This takes a little bit of time to upload on my computer, and for some reason, even though it's only 199 bytes, it takes over 30 seconds on my internet here in Ireland. So yeah, I don't really know what's going on there. I need to probably move house because I live in the middle of a field right now. So here is my homepage file. I'm going to send this message, and then what ChatGPT is hopefully going to do first time without any fail at whatsoever is it's going to find relevant internal links for this article. Okay. So if you think about this, if this was Tiny Home Hub instead and we were writing about something else, then it would do the same thing. Okay. It would take these internal links here, and also because I have blog posts on the homepage, it will also take blog posts from the homepage. So we can see here it's chosen kit on tracksuits, kit on sneakers, Italian black designer suits, kit on bags, Mallow sweaters, KNZ sweaters, Fioroni sweaters, double-breasted blazers, Cesare Attolini shirts, Timberland boots. That's perfect. That's a good range of organic internal links. And like I said before, just replace these with your categories, and that's kind of how it works. So I'm pretending to write an affiliate article, basically, in this video. Now let's create an outline using all the information gathered. Okay, make the outline. So now it will use this information here, which is like the truth behind smart casual according to, trusted sources already, into your internal links and your, pillar pages that you want to include in the article, into an outline which includes both the internal links and also the information that we got from the other websites. And then it should ask us how long we want the article. So I'm just going to say good here, and I'm hoping it's going to ask me how long the article is and not mess up. Do you want me to visualize data from this article? Well, you haven't even written it yet. So if it does get stuck here, which is possible, by the way, guys, because these custom GPTs, they're not quite perfect. I'm going to say you forgot to ask me how many generations to use. So if it doesn't ask you a specific question, then just make sure you prompt it. You can find the questions here. They're at the bottom of the prompt. I'll leave this prompt in the description of the video. If people want to just use their own, it's fine. So what website am I writing for? What is the keyword? Now ask me to upload my website HTML. And then now make an outline. And then how many generations should I generate the article for? So I need to change this to, I'll just get rid of the, must ask the following questions instead of 4 questions. Okay, so when I changed the custom GPT just there, it did reset and it wouldn't let me continue the conversation. But I just wanted to say I restarted the conversation right here. And one thing I would highly recommend doing is instead of waiting for it to prompt you when you say good or whatever, it's better to say good. The keyword is smart casual for men, because this uses one less generation. Because if you just say good, then it'll use another generation just to say what is the keyword. So I'll leave the steps in the description as well. Make sure you do all the steps, but don't make it prompt itself, otherwise it's going to use too many generations. But you can see it's done exactly the same thing. It did some research on a few different websites, picked up some latest tips on smart casual, and then I uploaded the website. It chose 10 different links, which is really, really cool, because it means that not everyone's content is going to be the same, because it just chooses different links every time. And then it gave me another outline, included the links again. And then I'm going to say, now produce the article using 4 generations, one at a time. And then hit enter, and it should start writing. Okay, so this is the first generation. It's about 500 words, I would probably guess. And then at the end of each generation, it does say this is the end of the generation. Now, don't be afraid to prompt it and say, this is good, but in the second generation, please include at least 1 list and 1 table. And then it should do the second generation, and this time it should include 1 list and 1 table. Now, the good thing is that it's based around your internal links and your website. So if we start building the article in Markdown to html.com, like I always do, get rid of the this is the end of the generation, you can see that these internal links, so if I click here, this should go to the Santoni collection website page, which it does. So like I said before, if you just tell it to, just remind it to include tables and lists if it doesn't. But yeah, this is more wall of texty than what I've been talking about recently, okay? This is a whole different thing compared to my e-commerce articles. This is a whole different ball game. E-commerce articles, for me, they should be really short and sweet, okay? But this is a more informational style website, in inverted commas, even though it's not. So I'm talking about how to produce longer form informational articles. So then do the third generation. And then finally we'll say now do the final generation. Okay, so now we have the final generation right here. Again, this is much more wordy than I would normally write. This is just for people who think that writing 2,000 words works. I mean, it can. It really depends. I don't think it works that well, though, personally. But it is what it is. So this is 1,546 words. And then you can see here, it says, do you want me to visualize data from this article? I'm going to say yes. Visualize something and make an interesting chart. So you can just add something like this. This is just unique content. This is obviously a really, really weird chart, and it doesn't really make any sense, but it will just give something for the viewer to look at. And then finally, would you like a square or a horizontal featured image for the article? Let's just say square. And then it should use DALL-E to make a featured image. There we go, creating image. We're all familiar with this, and we'll just see what happens here. Okay, so there shouldn't be any text on any of these. If people want me to add bad text, I can, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. This is fine. This works. This would be something that I would be perfectly happy to use on the live website as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. This is my new general content GPT. Just got a few upgrades, a few fine tunes. It picks internal links a lot better now. It has an example, etc., etc. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this far into this video, you're a legend, and I'll see you very, very soon with some more content. Peace out.